Yo my people, welcome to Updates with Bounce in Dubai. Every Wednesday, you're gonna see a recap of what's happened past couple of weeks. And yeah man, it's all about the culture, it's about the younger generation, it's about finance, music, entertainment. Last week we spoke about Dig That, we spoke about Little Man, we spoke about Rimsey K-Trap. This week we're gonna speak about DBlock Europe. That's gonna be the first topic. Now this is why we're going to speak about DBlock Europe. Now guys, take this in. DBlock Europe are the biggest artists in the UK. They're the biggest artists in the UK. What they've done, and what they done a couple weeks ago, they sold out 402 arenas. And the reason why I want to speak about this, because I think it's important that I'm a person that stepped away from music many years ago. And up to this day, I have artists. I have about 5 to 10 artists a day send me music. So I know the impact and I know what I've done for the music culture. I know what I've done for the culture. So I'm gonna give you an outside looking in. And I think it's important because at the moment, I can see that the music scene is they're scratching their heads. There's not a lot of up and coming new artists. It's a shambles at the moment. It's a shambles and it's no one's fault. It's just a shambles. So a lot of people hit me up and say, how do you start trading? And for me, that's why I focused on education. People ask me all the time, what platforms to use? What do I need to download? Who's your trusted broker? Obviously, with the platforms that I use, you've got ECG, that's a sponsor for us. We've been going strong with ECG for the past 9 months, guys. There's not been no issues with all our clients. And we've also got a copy trading app. So if you don't know nothing about trading, you just want to follow people's trades. They've got some of the world's best traders on there that you can just press copy and you're printing money from your phone. Obviously, if they lose, you lose, but their ratio, you can see all the back trades. I'm on there, my name's Risk Management on there, man. So yeah, man, big up the sponsor, big up one of the sponsors, ECG. Whoosh. I want to give DBlock Europe their flowers, and I want to tell you why they're the biggest artists in the UK, because everyone goes on following. Just go on ticket sales. You can't fake ticket sales. You can fake YouTube numbers. You'll be surprised the artists that you're watching and you're looking at their YouTube numbers and how it looks. Having millions of views and watching them millions of views, as a consumer, you'll click on it and be like, yeah, this has got 1.2 million views. It's cool to watch. Just like streams, it's very easy to get added to all the playlists. It's very easy to manipulate streams. It's the same stuff, guys. Just like being in the charts as well. It's very easy to, for example, do a collaboration with selling merch with CDs or hard copy CDs. It's very easy to bump up in the charts, whether you're top 40, top 10, top 20. It's very easy. But your ticket sales, you can't lie, your ticket sales. And for them to sell 402s, yeah, take in. What UK artists, yeah, from the culture do you know that has sold out 402 arenas? You need to take in the achievement that they've done. And the reason why I say that, because at the very start, I think I was the first, yeah, to book DBlock Europe. And I remember it when I was in Open Gel. And this is when I first got into music management, first got into events management. And I remember booking them. I booked DBlock Europe, I booked Cadet, RIP my brother Cadet, I booked Kojo Funds, and I booked Big Tobes in Southampton. I can remember it. I took a big loss. I think I took I can remember I took a big loss, and it was a lot of money to put on the event, and the event didn't sell out. But I remember the locals, they was very excited to see DBlock Europe, and they only had like 1 or 2 like songs out, even though they've been in the scene for a little while. And I remember advertising DBlock Europe, and I remember everyone being excited to see them, even though I had 4 people. These are the times where Kojo Funds, he's blown up, Big Tobes is blown up, and my brother Cadet, he's coming through. So yeah, man. And I remember when booking them at the start, I was like, to one of their family members, Banks, big shout out to KB. I was like, how much is their performance? I remember them showing me love and saying, wow, they'll do it for free. And I was like, nah, man, I got to pay you something, you get me? And I think I paid them £500. Imagine that, I paid DBlock Europe £500 to perform at the start. And from there, I remember being in Open Gel, and even when I was coming out 5 days, once a month, they started obviously growing quickly. And I remember going to their shows, linking up in Catford, linking up in them areas there, and going to their shows, taking the long journeys, going to their shows. So to see them now where they are is crazy. And I know that's put a lot of pressure on the top boys to achieve and to deliver, because you see with our culture, not even with our culture, you see in general, they always look at the numbers and what it looks like. Because as soon as someone don't get the numbers that they think they're gonna get, you will have people that don't even know about music, don't know about anything, say you fell off, you fell off. So I know that has woke up a lot of the big artists in the scene to, okay, what is the strategy of releasing their album, whether they should release their album now or they should release their album at a later date. I do know that obviously January and around these times is a solid time to release campaigns. So you will see a lot of artists release around these times, January, February, March. As December, November, just naturally you will see Christmas hits come into play that was, I don't know, 20 years old, do you know what I mean? Going in the top 10s and top 1s because obviously it's the festival period. So I just wanted to big up DBlock Europe and just wanted to say, as an outside looking in, what they're doing is next to none. Like, it's amazing. You know what I mean? The fact that how they even market themselves, they enter each country. They might start off with Pakistan, Albania. This is some creative genius shit. Like, that's what it is. They're not thinking in the pocket of just releasing music on their block and doing the exact same stuff. They're thinking outside and thinking, listen, I'm trying to grow my fan base in different parts of the world. So when it's time to tour, we have a fan base and people will come. Do you know what I mean? So guys, I want to talk about something that I saw on one of the blog pages. It said a music producer attempting murder, trying to shoot someone over £3.50. Now, I want you guys to take this in because I want the younger generation to look at this and be like, guys, it is not cool. And that's probably people in his head, in his ear, that's got him in the verge of now meeting someone to try to take their life. That's probably someone, he's probably messaged someone saying he wants his money and the person probably replying back something rude. And the result to his brain is just like, listen, I am not a dickhead. Listen, pride, guys, yeah, pride will either get you killed or put you in jail, or it will just fumble the bag. So we need to swallow up, we need to like drop our pride. And we need to understand, you see in life, yeah, we're gonna get tested. Every single day I get tested. Every single day I receive positive comments, I receive negative comments, and I receive people just talking out, just saying things randomly. And I might see them, I might look at them, I might be like, I know this person. And for me, it's like, do I act on it or do I just smile and keep on going on? Because obviously I'm progressing and this person's obviously seen something that they don't like, or they have opinion and they're entitled to their opinion. But what I would say as a younger generation is, guys, look, you see when you're from the roads, yeah, and whatever you're doing, you're rolling with zombie knives, or if you're whatever, you're patterning, you're in the hood. Guys, you see the bad boys. No one don't care about the bad boys no more. No one don't care about them. I'll be real with you. You see in years to come, 5, 10, 15 years, let me tell you where the bad boys are. No one don't want to be around the bad boys. So you see if you're an innocent person and you're into gaming and you're cutting through, guess what, where you will be? You will be progressing, you will be into banking, you will be doing something that has made you level up where you're doing very well for yourself. And you see the bad boys, they'll either be in jail, they'll either be dead, or they'll either be blacklisted. No one don't want to work with them out of fear. So being a bad boy is not cool. It's not cool. And not many people will say this because they're scared to say it. And for me, I've come from that life, so I don't really care. Do you know what I mean? What's the worst that can happen? Someone's gonna try to embarrass me on the internet, because I can walk down the road and I know that I'm comfortable in my own skin. I'm not threatened, or do you know what I mean? I know that I can just progress, man, and cut through. But that's what I will say, man. That's what I will say on that subject. So this is the last topic I want to speak about. At Sunday at 8 p.m, I'm going to be releasing an interview revolving the HoneyTrap murder. So I know a lot of you lot that's in your 30s plus, late 20s, know about what the HoneyTrap murder was. It's about a girl setting up a boy, got to do with a bus, etc. So I've done an interview with one of the guys that was involved in the HoneyTrap murder. Obviously, they're all released from prison. Guys, they're all from Fulton Heath, and they were all at a stage, the younger generation. I would just say the younger generation. And they all followed myself and others' footsteps. This is why it's very important to talk about these things. You've all seen one side of the story. You've all seen a film, you've seen a documentary of a story of what you feel happened. And for me, I know that someone's passed away, you know what I mean? And that's a disgusting thing. Obviously, the guys and the girl that was involved, end up serving between 10 and 15 years in prison. They're all out now. They're all trying to make a positive impact. They're all trying to give back to their community. So for me, it's important to try to assist and mentor the people that were from my area to help them adjust to the community and give back to the community. Because for me, all the people that will be in the comments that will be saying snitch is the same people that will be in the comments that will be saying life is life, murderer. Do you know what I mean? So, but for me, it's like, okay, cool, someone's done life sentence. Yeah, they've done 14 years in jail. They've been released. What happens next? Who helps them? Because we know in the UK, there's no one helping no one. There's no probation, there's no one helping no one. And what I've seen is nearly all of them has been released from prison. They're back in the ends, just chilling in the ends. They have jobs and that, but they're back in the ends. So that shows me they've done all that time in jail to rehabilitate themselves and they've had no support. I know a lot of you will say they shouldn't get support, but you've done your time in jail for a crime. Are you with me? So like as a culture, as a community, where do we go from here? So that interview is going to be an interesting interview. I recorded 2022 December and I look forward to releasing it so you can hear the person who I'm interviewing, his side of the story and what he's doing now. So guys, I'm here to answer some questions. So every week I'm going to answer some questions for you guys. So someone in the comments said around setting a better example with little man. So for me, what I kind of notice in our culture is we're all angry in terms of if someone does someone wrong, we will never forgive them. We're all angry, like if someone betrays someone, we will never forgive them. And for me, it's like, look, I looked at everything and I looked at things with little man and I looked at the people that was in his ear. And for me, it was like, okay, cool. He said this online and it did affect me to a different level, but he reached out. Do you know what I mean? He reached out and we spoke about this and we aired it out in the public and he understood where he went wrong. But for me, it's like, why am I harboring feelings? Like, how am I going to progress if all I do is harbor feelings? Do you get it? Like, how am I going to progress if I'm just angry if someone does someone wrong? For me, what I kind of understand now when people obviously do weird stuff, I just leave it to God. I leave it to God. 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever's meant to be is meant to be. And I don't put no bad energy and I don't hope the worst for someone, but I just leave it to God. But for me, it's like we live life, yeah? And in life, people are gonna do you wrong. And you might do people wrong. I used to do a lot of people wrong. And my karma was prison. Prison was my karma. 10 years in prison, my karma. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I came out and I started going on the mindset of, okay, let me just be a good business person, let me carry on going, and let me help people. No matter what people are saying, let me help people. And my blessings carried on. My blessings didn't stop. Even though when I saw at the time, oh my God, why has this happened? And why are these people saying this? But God always had a bigger plan. So that's what I will say. And to end this, obviously I've been looking at the industry, I've been looking at the culture, and I see there's a lot of guidance. People need mentorship, people need help, people need guidance. There's no help, there's no structure, there's no nothing. So in description, guys, yeah, I'm setting up a little newsletter. I'm building something very, very, very exclusive, something very, very powerful. I said to you guys, I will never ever get into music management, and you're right. But what I will do is I will get into some form of mentorship, structuring your back end, because guys, if you wake up and you smell the coffee, who is the last breakthrough artist? Let me know in the comments. And when I say breakthrough artist, who was the last artist that's charted, top 10, but it's like made enough noise? I haven't been in the scene to watch it too much, but I will say someone like Ardy. I think Ardy was the last breakthrough artist that has come through the scene that has been guaning. Not 1 and 2 singles. I know Nems is doing his thing now. Nems has been in the scene a very long time, the same time as Dig That. Big shout out to Nems, doing amazing now. But yeah, man, link in bio, fill your information below. And around May, you're gonna get some updates around newsletters with next steps, but fill in your information below, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment what you want me to talk about next week. Yeah, man, wish